real quick, I want to say if y'all would like the video and subscribe, it helps my channel out a lot, so I would appreciate it. Thank y'all.
So just today we got what thousands of people have been waiting a while for, and that's an official update on Anime Legends. For those that aren't familiar, it has officially been 2 years since the Anime Legends trailer, and a lot of people expected this game to change Roblox, and a lot of people thought the game would come out a lot sooner than this. So since Anime Legends might be the most hyped up Roblox anime game of all time, I wanted to talk about what realistic expectations you should have for it, and if it's a fraud or not, and if it's still something that I think is going to change Roblox. So before I talk about the new trailer, I want to talk about why Anime Legends was so hyped up in the first place. And the biggest reason for the hype would realistically be the graphics. The concept and everything was also really good, but the real reason people are so excited about this game was because how aesthetically pleasing it looked. People were saying that the game looked by far better than anything at the platform, especially graphically, and at the time, I don't blame anyone for saying this. 2 years ago, you gotta remember, the Roblox scene was a lot different, and there was a lot less graphically appealing games at the time in general. But now I wanna go and look at the trailer 2 years later and see if the game has really developed how we hoped it would. And to be honest, I don't think the gameplay trailer was bad, but I definitely don't think it held up to the expectations people had from the previous trailer. For example, I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like the graphics almost took a step down, which wouldn't be that big of a deal, but Roblox has really evolved, like I said, in the last 2 years, so now the graphics really don't look that amazing compared to before. They looked very crazy compared to everything else we had. With that being said, they're definitely not bad, and I've made it a point that I'm not a big graphics guy. If the graphics are playable, I'm fine with it, so I don't want to make that a big point or anything. So why am I mentioning the graphics at all? Well, I'm mentioning them because the game was really built upon the graphics. The hype was built upon the graphics. But another thing I want you guys to notice is a lot of the things that were in the initial trailer were just non-existent in the gameplay trailer. For example, they had teased a Whitebeard boss, we've seen a bunch of tailed beast looking bosses and stuff like that, even like pets and whatnot, and those were just non-existent to be found in this teaser. And now maybe I missed it, if y'all could tell me in the comments, but I really didn't see a lot of the things I seen in the trailer. And this just kind of comes back to the conspiracy that the trailer was really just made to be a trailer, and none of the stuff in the trailer actually existed, and this really brought more validity to that statement to me. Because although the game still does look good to me, it really doesn't look like it's the same standard of the trailer, which was literally made 2 years ago. So the most likely reason that trailer was made in the first place was just to build up hype and see if people really wanted to see this game come to exist. They were also able to help build their brand off of this and release another game, Anime Warriors, which I'm sure they made a lot of profit off of, that they could help fund Anime Legends. But now I want to talk about some of the things I personally liked about this trailer. I really like the boss style they're going for. If you notice, the bosses are very like kind of traditional, where they have like red areas, like big red AoE areas that you have to dodge and things like that, and I'm personally a fan of that. I think that's generally pretty fun. I also want to talk about the animations they showed us in this trailer. I generally think they were pretty decent. At least I haven't decided about the M1 animations and the running animations. I really haven't decided how I feel about them, but looking at like the cutscenes, I think they're really good as well. Now, like I said, the tailed beasts in the original trailer were nowhere to be found, but also there was really no big animals or super big beasts like that. There were definitely like somewhat larger, but there really wasn't these huge things that we were expecting coming into looking at Anime Legends. Now, Blockzone also gave us a statement about the state of the game with this, and I also want to talk about when I think the game will release. So in October of last year, Anime Legends gave us a statement essentially saying that they would be giving us a definite release date in the next few months, and they're coming close to release. Obviously, we're almost a year even from that, and clearly that wasn't the case. And now they've come out and told us they have made substantial progress, but they haven't made enough progress that they could give us a realistic release date. So my question would be, why did they say that earlier? Did they panic? I'm not exactly sure. My guess would be they're currently in the phase a lot of games are in, such as like Holy War X, where they're essentially infinitely reworking stuff to stay top of the line, but they really never get to the point where they could actually release the game, where they currently haven't, I guess. So if we keep this cycle in mind, I realistically wouldn't put any close release date in your calendar. The earliest I could see it coming is December of this year, but I really wouldn't be surprised if we got a whole another year delay. They've already waited past the point of releasing a rush project, so obviously they're just gonna take their time now, and it really is just up to how fast they work. So with all my thoughts said, do I really think this game will still change Roblox like we once thought it would? And the answer answer to that is kind of complicated, but if I had to sum it down and make it a little bit simpler, it would essentially be not to the same extent at least, because before the graphics were such a big part about what made the game so special, and the graphics just don't seem that special compared to how they used to. Like I said, don't get me wrong, they're still great, but they're just not in the league of its own they used to be. So it's definitely still possible they pulled together an amazing project that does change things, and they have gameplay mechanics that are really good, but overall if it does, it's not going to be to the same degree I once thought it would, and I'm sure a lot of y'all once thought it would. Either way, this is just my opinion. If y'all disagree, this is nothing personal, you feel me? Like, we could talk about it like human beings. So let me know what y'all think. Either way, if y'all enjoy my content, I would appreciate if y'all like and subscribe, because it helps me keep making videos, because it helps the algorithm, and you know, it's like the cycle of life or something like that. Mathematics, you know what I'm saying, geometry or something. I appreciate y'all for watching though. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Later.